It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And our focus is on the Lions' towering tight end, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Lions and the Panthers on Sunday
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely.
On first down, here comes Brooks. And not much. He maybe got a few across the 30 to about the 32. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Man in motion, headed right. From the 32. Complete out to the right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Hurts to throw. Gosh, this is Xavier Leggett. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. Again, it's Brooks. And they bring him down around the 34. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Good opening drive to this point. They've got another first down at the 34. Hurts now from the gun. This is hauled in by Atwell. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They're now set for first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he gets this forward to the 19. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 19. Able to find Strange here. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal. Hurts throwing again. The throw is caught. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has it in close. He has the Carolina touchdown. Just like they drew it up in practice this week, partner, and the exact start they wanted to have in this game.
That's 100%. That's why you script and you go over these plays ahead of time. Kate, you know this. All those amazing essays you wrote at Cal, that start to that paper was so important. It set the tone for the rest of it.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Second and 3 now. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
First time this game they've looked to him. And 4th and 4 coming up. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Panthers and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. First down throwing for Hurts. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Running the toss here to Brooks. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
First down, ball at the 36. Back to throw, Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one doesn't go far. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the pistol, Hurts. He has the first over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Hurts. On the quick slant, it's Leggett. To the house, touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers pull out in front further, 13-zip. Xavier Leggett with the touchdown. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
Starting from the 5. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. Carried by Brooks to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's gonna try to drop it in deep. He's got it inside the 25. And he's gonna take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. That's brought in by Hunt. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
The blitz tracked him down eventually, but the effort to relocate outside the pocket bought him just enough time to get that out completed before somebody could put a lick on him.
Hand off here for Brooks. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
He beams one deep right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Hurts setting up to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's touchdown about 5 yards shy of that first down marker. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Here's Hurts. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back, nowhere to go but for a sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. 3rd down coming. Hurts looking to throw. That finds Hunt complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It'd be kind of fun, Kate, to be able to measure these coordinators' blood pressure or temperature, because the third down screen for negative yards, I promise you that coordinator's heated on the sidelines.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting second right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 30. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. Now a give to Brooks. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. So now here's 3rd and 5. From the gun, Goff. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, you got a 1st down here. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Running it after the penalty. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action, Goff. He's going to push one deep down the right. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's going to be 4th and short. The Lions readying for the punt. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Hurts. It is caught left side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Now the Panthers decide to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Hurts. He stays up. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. Dicker connects there. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
I know. Sometimes we take kickers for granted, but I'll tell you what. You can't hit that any better. Never even flirted with an upright. That was right down the middle.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Good looking return here, and he's got room. He's at the 30, the 10, and somehow they reach the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Yeah, and the kick is good, so they take some valuable points off that lead right at the end of this half. So we've arrived at halftime, and the Panthers impressive so far. They've got a lead so far on the road. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Reports with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was the Jets who were able to come away with the win at home. The Jets knew a victory was necessary to have any shot, and they got it, as they get it to 9-7 with 1 week to go. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Braylon Allen, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the LA Chargers. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Lions back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Connection made to Tremble. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Throw complete to Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one, and that gives the Lions the first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
First down throw from Goff. Got Williams, and it's It's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that gives them first and goal.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more, from the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it. And I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
Brooks can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. It's second and goal. Looking to throw, Goff. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions take a 4-point lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Panthers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the give, it's Brooks. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throwing for Hurts. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Complete, it's Atwell. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Hurts throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. On the play fake, it's Hurts. That's complete to Leggett. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 2nd and 3 now. The flag comes out. This is going to back them up to the edge of the end zone.
False start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. He'll throw it yet again. This throw is caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Flushed out of the pocket. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Now on comes the Wizard of Oz, Chris Boswell for the field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash to challenge here. Dicker connects there. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Lions are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They motion a receiver left. They go play action with Goff. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. Looking slant route, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Off play action, Goff. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Punter on now, and he gets into this one. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. This one will be intercepted. Picked by the rookie from Wisconsin. And the Lions will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it. They know it takes everybody. The guys up front doing their job, and when the ball falls harmlessly in his hands like that, well, he does his job to finish with the INT.
On 1st down, it's Goff. St. Brown's got it, complete. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
From the 27, it's taken in by Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Goff. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. That one right down the middle. And the Lions grow their lead to 8. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Return coming from the 6. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, here's Hurts. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Going with Brooks on the ground. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, and they go right back to him. And this one does not go far. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 48. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Bails out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. First down throw from Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And it sets up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even two defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Goff on 1st and 10. Hits him on the end route. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. He goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Williams coming in motion right. Shotgun snap here to Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Panthers' 20-yard line.
Here's Brooks. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he goes down, so they're set up with a nice 1st and goal as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Here's Brooks. And he's brought down for a loss. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Again, they give to Brooks. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. And right away, we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Here is Brooks. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Going for it with Brooks. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
The Carolina offense headed out now. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. On 1st down, here comes Brooks. And he only manages 1. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you can feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. That's complete to Leggett. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. To throw. And the just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Now to throw. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. So it's one for the win column for the Lions. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.